I remember the day like it was etched into my memory with fire. The fluorescent office lights hum, the quiet clatter of keyboards, and me staring at the screen, stunned, as the words flashed. Position terminated effective immediately. I had lost my job. Later that evening, I told my wife. She laughed. Not a small, nervous chuckle, but a deep, sharp laugh, the kind that cuts through the air like glass. "Always knew you'd fail," she said, leaning back on the leather sofa with that smug, unshakable confidence that always seemed to fuel her. I felt something inside me tighten, knot up, a mix of humiliation and disbelief. The woman I had loved, my partner in life, found my misfortune entertaining. I didn't argue. I didn't plead. I just nodded, letting her words sink in. But beneath that calm exterior, a storm was brewing. I had been working in the shadows for years, quietly developing a patent, refining an invention that no one believed would amount to anything. But I had never needed her validation. I didn't need anyone's approval. And when the time came, I sold the patent for $167 million. For months, I kept it hidden, not out of malice, but because some victories are sweeter when they're your own. And the more she mocked, the more she dismissed me, the more I realized that revealing my success too soon would be like giving her the satisfaction of a game she had already assumed she'd won. Then came the divorce. She said she needed to upgrade. Her words were clinical, precise, legalistic. She wanted someone better, someone wealthier, someone she could show off. I agreed, not because I wanted to, but because I understood the power of timing, the patience of silence, and the inevitability of truth revealing itself. I signed the papers, handed over what was necessary, smiled politely, and let her think she had won. Months passed. The divorce finalized. She moved on quickly, of course, as if life were a checklist and happiness were something to be claimed and displayed. Her lawyer, a sharp, confident presence from her firm, had been with her every step of the way, whispering advice, ensuring her upgrade went smoothly. They had orchestrated it all, believing me the fool who had failed at life. And then, the moment of revelation. The news didn't come from me, not directly. It came through murmurs in financial circles, whispers that reached her ears like a cold wind. The patent I had sold, $167 million. The world knew. And when she found out, when her lawyer realized the scale of what she had underestimated, the laughter that once cut me like a knife transformed into disbelief, shock, and a quiet, simmering fury. I saw her face in that moment, pride, arrogance, and certainty shattered, replaced with a mixture of envy, regret, and fear. She had assumed she could manipulate, mock, and discard me, but she had miscalculated the one thing she could never control: the silent power of a man underestimated. It wasn't about revenge. I didn't call her. I didn't gloat. I simply continued my life, unburdened by her expectations, free from the game she thought she was playing. The irony, of course, was delicious. She had sought to upgrade, to climb higher, but in her haste, she had ignored the quiet potential that had always been in front of her. And her lawyer, oh, the lawyer, they had advised her, guided her, planned meticulously. But even their expertise could not rewrite the truth. They realized belatedly that they had been complicit in underestimating me, in believing a narrative built on my supposed failures. I remember thinking then about the power of patience, the subtle art of restraint. There's a unique satisfaction in letting someone believe they have won, only for reality to arrive quietly, unstoppable, undeniable. I had played my hand without emotion, without malice, only strategy and self-respect. In the end, I was left with something more valuable than money, something no lawyer, no mocking spouse could ever take away: dignity, foresight, and the quiet thrill of knowing I had risen while she had stumbled, blinded by arrogance. Her laughter, once so cruel, was now a distant memory, replaced by a silence I could enjoy with every breath of freedom. She had wanted to upgrade. She had filed for divorce, thinking she was a victor in a game of wealth and status. But in the grand scheme, she had only revealed her own limitations, her inability to see beyond the surface, and the folly of judging without knowing. I didn't gloat. I didn't confront. I simply lived. And as I moved forward, richer not just in wealth but in wisdom and clarity, I realized a true lesson. Underestimating someone's quiet strength is the most dangerous mistake anyone can make. In the end, she had tried to cheat fate, manipulate life, and define success for both of us. I had waited. I had persisted. And when the truth finally revealed itself, it was undeniable, absolute, and entirely mine.